Habang isinasagawa ang impeachment trial laban kay Chief Justice Corona, isa sa mga tumututok dito ay ang mga grupong laban sa katiwalian, sa pamahalaan, gaya ng Transparency and Accountability Network. At kaugnay niyan, makakapanayam natin si Vince Lazatin, ang Executive Director ng Transparency and Accountability Network mismo. Magandang umaga, Mr. Lazatin.
Magandang umaga, Howie.
So anong reaction mo dito sa mga naganap, dito sa this week lang?
Nakita natin yung testimony nila Ombudsman Carpio Morales and some of the complainants. At lumitaw yung iba't ibang dokumento at evidence laban kay Chief Justice. So, ang nakakapagtaka, it seemed to work more in favor of prosecution rather than defense.
Of course, ang ombudsman ay may vital role sa ating demokrasya, sa ating sistema. No? Very few people really knew about Ombudsman Carpio Morales before this week. No? But now many people know about her. Ikaw mismo, anong impression mo? What did you know about her before? And then, did you learn anything new this week about her?
We've sort of, she's coming to our attention nung panahon pa nang nasa Supreme Court siya. She made the dissenting opinion on the midnight appointment issue. And of course, we were in agreement with her dissenting opinion. Nung naging ombudsman siya, we paid a courtesy call on her, nung bago pa lang siya. And we got a very positive impression of the seriousness with which she wants to execute her job as ombudsman. And syempre, sa ating mga anti-corruption advocates, the Office of the Ombudsman is a very critical post.
Okay, may mga tanong noong Lunes, no, nung nag-testify siya na maaring nag-overstep siya ng bounds ng kanyang powers, ng kanyang kapangyarihan. Ikaw, familiar ka naman sa authority ng mga anti-corruption agencies and institutions sa ating gobyerno, no? Sa tingin mo ba, she could have abused her powers?
Sa tingin ko naman, dito sa nangyari sa kaso ng Chief Justice Corona, hindi naman siya nag-overstep sa tingin ko. Dahil ayon sa SAL-N, klarong-klaro dun sa Statement of Assets and Liabilities and Net Worth, that the person filling out that form, in this case, Chief Justice Corona, does authorize the Ombudsman to employ the help of other agencies, which Ombudsman Carpio Morales did. She went to the Anti-Money Laundering Council and asked for information. So I think that's well within her powers.
Okay, but of course the defense lawyers are saying nasa batas din yung ang AMLAC, yung council implementing the AMLA, is supposed to initiate these kinds of probes, no? So in this case parang binaliktad ni Ombudsman Carpio Morales na siya yung nag-initiate nito, siya yung nagpatulong sa AMLAC instead of the AMLAC kind of gathering this kind of evidence and saying to the Ombudsman, ito yung nakita namin.
Sa nakita ko, I mean, I haven't spoken to Director Vic Aquino, pero ang nakita ko sa lumabas sa trial, the AMLAC is supposed to be gathering reports and information and data. Alam naman natin yung mga suspicious transaction reports, etc., etc. So ang kinuha ni Ombudsman Carpio Morales kay Vic Aquino from AMLAC wasn't an investigation that they were undertaking. Ang nakuha lang niya is data. Kasi the AMLAC is required to collect the data on transactions above 500,000 pesos.
Okay, nagulat ka rin ba sa dami ng detalye doon sa presentation ni Ombudsman Carpio Morales?
Nakakagulat talaga. Yung sinasabi nilang 82 accounts, amounting to anywhere, depending on how you count those accounts, anywhere from $10 million to $12 million. So nakakagulat talaga yun. Before the testimony of the Ombudsman, ang alam ng mga tao, may mga bank accounts, dollar accounts sa PS Bank. Maybe a handful.
Okay, yung pagtulong ng AMLAC sa Ombudsman, hindi kaya mangangamba na ngayon yung gusto mag-invest sa ating banking sector or yung mga bankero mismo na posibleng ibibigay yung confidential information sa pamahalaan?
Well, kung tutuusin, ang ginawa ng Ombudsman ay parang workaround. Kasi ayon sa SAL-N, she's authorized to do that. Pero sa totoo lang, what really has to be done is an amendment to our banking laws, the AMLA, as well as the bank secrecy laws. maliwanag na maliwanag sa ating lahat dito sa impeachment trial ni Chief Justice Corona na hadlang yung bank secrecy law in the pursuit of an investigation, for example, of corruption or whatever.
May nagsasabi na tip of the iceberg lang itong presentation ni Ombudsman Carpio Morales dahil pwede rin daw i-trace yung records kung saan naman diniposito itong mga winning withdraw na pera. Kung totoo nga, itong mga nasa presentation nga ng Ombudsman. So, kayo ba, would you push for finding out kung saan nga napunta or ano yung kwento behind all of these supposed transactions?
Perhaps eventually that would be the case. Pero sa ngayon, I think the focus is really on the accounts of the Chief Justice and whether or not these are in fact belonging to him or not.
Okay, after all of this, 4 months na yung trial na to, are you more optimistic or pessimistic about your goals of transparency, accountability, and anti-corruption? And all this?
So far, sa tingin namin, maganda na yung nangyayari dito sa impeachment trial. Ang daming lumilitaw na shortages, for example, in law, etc., etc. And it's very educational for all of us to be watching it, especially for us non-lawyers. And I am hopeful that the ability to hold public officials accountable will continue. And we will, of course, support and push for that.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Vince Lasatin ng Transparency and Accountability Network.